I was halfway through dinner when my mother looked directly at me and said, "Now you fix what she broke, or you're out." The room went still. My sister had gone no contact that morning. She'd blocked everyone, left the family group chat, and ignored every call. No one knew exactly why. We all had theories, but none of us had answers. Somehow, by dinner, the responsibility had landed in my lap. Dad slammed his hand on the table hard enough to rattle the glasses. "Enough," he barked. For a second, I thought he was defending me. Instead, he turned and said, "Your mother is right. You've always been the one who keeps this family together." I looked around the table. Nobody met my eyes. That sentence explained more than the argument ever could. For years, I had been the one smoothing over birthdays after fights, paying deposits when relatives came up short, arranging holidays, answering midnight phone calls, and pretending everyone's problems belonged to everyone equally. Except they never did. They belonged to whoever was easiest to blame. I set down my fork. "I didn't make her leave," I said quietly. Mom folded her arms. "Doesn't matter, you're the only one she'll listen to. I've already called, and..." She didn't answer, then keep trying. There wasn't concern in her voice anymore. There was expectation. When I didn't immediately agree, she pushed her chair back. "If this family falls apart because you refuse to help, don't expect to stay part of it." No one objected, not even Dad. I realized then that they weren't asking for help. They were assigning responsibility. There is a difference. I stood, thanked them for dinner they hadn't really shared with me, and walked out before anyone could turn the conversation into another debate about duty. That night I sat in my apartment staring at a spreadsheet I'd maintained for almost 4 years. Every family gathering, every reservation, every vendor, every recurring payment that happened because someone had trusted me to organize things. The upcoming anniversary celebration, the vacation house reservation, the catering deposit, the shuttle service, the photographer. Most of it sat under my name, not because I wanted control, because no one else wanted the paperwork. At 10:14 p.m., I made one call: cancel everything that's still refundable. The representative confirmed each cancellation carefully. "We'll email the documentation tonight." I thanked her. Then I turned off my phone. For the first time in years, I slept without waiting for another emergency call. By 7:30 the next morning, my inbox was full: refund confirmations as cancellation receipts, official notices, everything was complete. Half an hour later, my phone exploded with missed calls, then texts. "What happened?" "They're saying the reservations are gone. You actually canceled them?" I didn't answer immediately. Around noon, an event coordinator called while my parents were apparently sitting in her office trying to reverse everything. She asked one question: "Are you confirming that you personally requested these cancellations?" "Yes. Under the signed agreement, only the booking holder can authorize changes. Everything has been processed correctly." "Thank you." That was the end of the conversation. No raised voices, no courtroom speech. Just procedure. Later that evening, Dad came to my apartment. He looked older than he had the night before. "You embarrassed us. I canceled my own bookings. You could have warned us. I tried to warn you for years." He didn't respond. After a long silence, he asked, "So what happens now?" It was the first honest question anyone had asked me. "I don't know," I admitted. "I hope my sister is safe. I hope one day she'll tell us why she left. But I'm done carrying responsibilities that become obligations only when everyone else walks away." He nodded once, not because he agreed, because he finally understood. Weeks later, the family eventually reorganized the celebration on a much smaller scale. Someone else handled the paperwork, someone else made the calls. Nothing collapsed, life simply adjusted. My sister still didn't come back. Some relationships remained strained. Some conversations never happened. I missed the version of our family I had always hoped existed. But I stopped sacrificing myself to preserve the version that never truly had. Loyalty had kept me seated at that dinner table. Self-respect was what finally allowed me to stand up and leave.